The observation deck held 17 warriors of the Kreth Collective, each one a decorated veteran of at least 4 border conflicts. Their chitinous plates bore the scars of plasma fire and blade work. Their compound eyes could track a projectile through a debris field. They were predators evolved from the hunting packs of their volcanic homeworld. And yet, they stood in absolute silence, watching the human below. Commander Sarah Kale moved through the training arena like water finding cracks in stone. Inevitable, fluid, unstoppable. 6 combat drones circled her, each programmed with the fighting styles of different species. The Kreth had provided their own algorithms, confident that their techniques would at least slow the human down. They were wrong. Sarah didn't fight the drones. She dissected them. Her movements held no wasted energy, no flourish, no hesitation. When a drone struck from her left, she was already pivoting right, her blade opening its chassis before its processor registered the miss. When 2 attacked in tandem, she flowed between them like smoke, and they carved each other apart in their eagerness to reach her. She anticipated the Velkorn nerve strike sequence, whispered Battlemaster Kraz, his translator barely audible. That pattern was only added to the database this morning. Humans claim they have no natural weapons, another warrior murmured. No venom, no claws, no armored hide. How does she... Quiet. The command came from war leader Thessa, the most decorated warrior in the collective. Her eyes never left the human below. In the arena, Sarah dispatched the 5th drone with a strike so precise it severed exactly 3 critical connections. No more, no less. The machine collapsed like a puppet with cut strings. The 6th drone recalculated, switching to pure defensive protocols. It lasted 11 more seconds. When silence fell, Sarah stood among the wreckage, her breathing only slightly elevated. She looked up at the observation deck and nodded once, a gesture of acknowledgement, not pride. Then she walked to the exit without a backward glance. The Kreth warriors remained frozen. What did we just witness? Someone asked. Before Thessa could answer, a small voice broke the tension. Why is the Apex wearing human skin? Every head turned to Cub Thornne, the youngest warrior in training who had been granted permission to observe as a learning opportunity. The Cub's eyes were wide but not with fear, with the deep instinctive recognition that predators have for something higher on the food chain. Thornne, that's... Kraz began. No. Thessa raised a claw. Let the Cub speak. Thornne's mandibles clicked nervously, but the words came. The human moves like the apex predators of old stories. The ones that hunted the hunter. She didn't fight the drones, she taught them they were already dead and they simply obeyed. The Cub paused, but she looked soft, vulnerable, like prey. So why can't we stop watching her like she's about to devour us? The observation deck fell into a deeper silence than before. It was the silence of warriors confronting an uncomfortable truth. Because, Thessa said slowly, she is an apex, perhaps the galaxy's most dangerous one. But humans are weak, protested another warrior. They die from falls that wouldn't bruise our hatchlings. Their skin tears easily. They overheat, they freeze, they need constant maintenance, and yet they conquered their homeworld, Thessa interrupted. A planet that spent millions of years trying to kill them. Do you know what Earth has? Heads shook. Everything that can kill you. Predators in the water, on land, in the air. Microorganisms that dissolve flesh. Plants that poison. Weather that freezes and burns. Earthquakes, volcanoes, floods. Thessa's voice grew quieter, more dangerous. And the humans didn't adapt specialized defenses. They didn't grow armor or venom or claws. Then how? They became the thing that all those killers feared. Thessa gestured to where Sarah had exited. They learned. They adapted. They turned their weakness into a weapon. A human can't outrun a predator, so they tracked it until it collapsed from exhaustion. They can't outfight a beast with claws, so they crafted better claws. They mastered fire, tools, strategy. They became persistence hunters. Patient, relentless, creative. Kraz's plates rattled with unease. But that was their homeworld. We have weapons they never... Commander Kale has been on this station for 6 weeks, Thessa said. In that time, she has observed 17 different species' fighting styles. Today, she countered all of them. She learned our patterns, predicted our movements, and adapted her tactics in real time. The war leader turned to face her warriors. She did in 6 weeks what takes our kind 6 years of training. And she did it while making it look effortless. That's not possible, someone whispered. It's not possible for us, Thessa corrected. but humans evolved on a world that punished every mistake with death. They learned to learn faster than their environment could kill them. It made them into something terrifying, a species with no natural weapons except the most dangerous one of all. What weapon? Cub Thornne asked. The ability to become whatever the hunt requires. Thessa looked back toward the arena. You asked why the apex wears human skin, Cub. You have it backward. That is human skin. What you witnessed is what humans truly are beneath the soft exterior, the universe's most efficient predator. They just don't look like one, which makes them all the more dangerous. The warriors absorbed this in silence. So what do we do? Kraz finally asked. Thessa's mandibles formed what might have been a smile. We be grateful that Commander Kale is our ally, and we learn from her, as she has learned from us. Because if humanity taught itself to survive against a planet that wanted them dead, imagine what they'll become when the galaxy challenges them. Cub Thornne looked down at the empty arena, at the scattered remains of combat drones that represented the finest warrior traditions of 6 species. Then the cub looked at the door through which Sarah Kyle had walked, soft, vulnerable human, the deadliest predator in the room, wearing the perfect disguise. I understand now, Thornne whispered. And in that understanding, the young warrior learned the most important lesson of all. In the vast and violent galaxy, the most dangerous apex predator wasn't the one with fangs and claws. It was the one that didn't need them.